Okay, this is just across the street shot. Take a wide shot right there. I'll drive right by. Go close in. Longshoreman. And the doctor's workers.
I just want to let you know that we've been getting emails today, and we're getting emails that the first port that where action was taken was Sydney, Australia, so thank you, Sydney.
Yeah, Sydney.
Tokyo, Japan. We also got Oslo, Norway. Gothenburg, Sweden.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I forgot the name. Bruges. Belgium. Belgium.
Yeah.
Belgium. So this is a message here to IKEA that we've done our homework. We know their entire global supply chain. And if they continue to mess around, we've got commitments from a variety of those countries that are willing to do sympathy action on our behalf.
Yeah.
That will disrupt them. That will hurt them. So without further ado, I'd like to turn things over here to Brother Peter Lahay from the International Transport Workers Federation.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. It's a pleasure to be here on your picket line with you today. It's been a miraculous campaign. It's been a campaign, I think, that has been without parallel in British Columbia and to maybe even Canada. This has been a local dispute that's gone national and it's gone global. Your union, the Teamsters, has done an incredible job of mobilizing over to Sweden, working with our affiliates of the International Transport Workers Federation and also working with affiliates from Uni Global Union, which represents service workers and retail workers such as yourselves. This dispute, as has been mentioned to you many times before, is so important, not only to yourselves and your families who have been out on this line for 7 months striking for yourselves or locked out for yourselves, but also for all retail workers in British Columbia and Canada. We know how important this dispute is. It's important to the International Transport Workers Federation, and it's important to our General Secretary, who's also a transport worker himself from the Maritime Union of Australia. Paddy Crumlin came out today and said that this dispute is a landmark dispute and shows that transport workers and retail workers can mobilize across the supply chain. We have to take care of each other. Labor unions around this province and in this country and in the world have been beaten back by a very, very conservative and right-wing agenda. And the only way we can support ourselves is not individually. Together, we have to work together. We have to fight together. And that's why we've come together to support you in this struggle today. So we only came here informally today to bring this banner to show the ITF solidarity with the workers at IKEA who have been locked out in Richmond for this period of time. And we're off to the port after this. So thank you, brothers and sisters, for coming out. Thank you for that.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning, Keith.
Keith. It's nice to be back on Canadian soil. As you mentioned that Anita couldn't be here this morning. She is down at the Labour Board, so I'm here also on her behalf. But I think what we're seeing is that things are snowballing. We've gone from a local to a national to an international campaign. We are now supported, I think, literally by millions of unionized workers.
25 million.
Woo!
So we have a lot of help in this, and with this kind of pressure, we will get back to the table, and we're going to get a fair deal.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone for coming out.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
You know, in the labor movement, we have some complex disputes and complex issues that we face every day, but we have simple principles. We're stronger together. We can't leave anybody behind. And if we stick together, we can do great things. So this dispute and what's happening today is such a wonderful example worldwide of that principle. How we can help a union, help a relatively small group of workers who are under attack if we stick together and we all get behind them. And I want to tell you the 450,000 members of the BC Federation of Labour are behind you. We're delighted to have worked with the Teamsters and the ILWU and a number of other great affiliates and unions who put money in to run ads, to have the banners, to do this work around making sure that the support for you is around the province, around the country, and around the world. I want to particularly thank the ILWU and the ITF for their support.
Yeah.
It's been amazing at stepping up to that principle of sticking together and being stronger together and supporting you. I wish I was here to say congratulations, you got a deal, you're going back to work, but that day will come. Because we are all behind you and we're going to keep up this struggle till we win it. Thank you.
Joey Hartman, Vancouver District Labour Council.
Sisters, I'm delighted to be here and to see so many of you here, but I wish it was in better circumstances. The Vancouver District Labour Council has been on your line. We've had Solidarity Notes, which is the Labour Choir that we created about 12 years ago. They've been on the line. We had Anita Dawson and some of your members come and speak to our delegates at Labour Council meetings, and we also participated in the public forum that happened a while ago. And so it's so important, and it's really, I think, encouraging to realize and to see in action our complete understanding that when we are being under attack by international corporations, it requires an international reaction. And that's what we're seeing today. And have no doubt that IKEA is watching this, and the transportation companies are watching this. And absolutely, I feel so expecting, so hopeful that in the next short while you will see some action at the bargaining table and at the Labour Board. And I know that Anita has been working so hard on your behalf, and all of you have really shown your solidarity with each other. And that's critical because the union can only do so much. It's the members that make the difference, and you folks have been so stellar in your commitment to each other and your demands for dignity and respect for yourselves and to make a decent earning. And so we just really are so proud of you for doing that, and thank you for your solidarity.
Thank you.
Lauren, do you want to send the break?
Lauren Pinnell, ILWU Local 502.
I don't have a lot to say other than that. ILWU will support you guys right to the bitter end. Our banner has always been, an injury to one is an injury to all. We look at it as an injury to all workers. So we'll be there for you guys right to the bitter end.
Thank you. Gord and Trudy, ILWU.
I'm Gordon, this is Trudy. We're at the last rally, and something really was missing. You guys have been out of work at 6 months at that point, and nobody passed a hat for you guys. So we did an extensive fundraising the last little bit, and right now we're at $12,001 for your Christmas. Hats off to you guys.
Look, I don't want to rain on their parts, but those guys are rank and filers just like you. They went out and did a 50-50 fundraiser in local 502 and 500. They worked really, really hard, going $20, $5, $2, and raised all that money. It's just an incredible effort by rank and filers. Merry Christmas.
Thank you. All right.
Quite the moving thing, those guys have been locked out 7 months now. there's no Christmas for them, really. They got no paychecks. They got nothing. All they got is the support that we're giving them, and they really appreciate the support that we've been giving them. Gord Adams, as everybody knows, he's been raising 50-50 here as well as they have in Vancouver. What we had managed to put together was $12,000. Congratulations, Gord. And we've got a few guests here today that just like to say a few words, and then we're going to go out to the front by the flagpole there, and we're going to pull out some banners and we're going to take some pictures. So without further ado, I'll give you Peter Lahay.
Thanks, Marky. Thanks for driving us around today and organizing this for us. It's been, as you say, it's been a pretty special and memorable day. This is what the best part of being in a trade union is, when you get to do this kind of stuff to help people, to mobilize support and bring some relief to desperate situations, as was described by Rocky. And these workers have been out for 7 months. First of all, I'd like to bring some greetings to you. First, maybe I should explain. I'm the ITF inspector in this port, so my job, I'm always around here. I'm on Fraser Surrey docks and things like that all the time. I go on board those ships and I look after the foreign crew who are on board the vessels. So all of the ships that are alongside, if there's any problems on board those vessels and you ever see anything with abusive crew or anything like that, get a hold of a business agent, get them to get a hold of me, and I'll be down there and straighten them out for sure too. That's what we do. We take care of seafarers. And the International Transport Workers Federation is a federation of global transport trade unions. The ILWU is a very important affiliate of the ITF. And my union also is an ILWU local. It's Local 400. I come from the tugboat section. So we've been doing this kind of work for a long time, and we're putting our experience to the test and really getting things done here. We got called into this IKEA dispute because this dispute had been going on and on and on. It was about 5 months, and the ILWU was stepping up to the plate and giving support to the Teamsters and the locked out workers at 5 months. And then they thought, well, we got to win this somehow. We got to make this fight bigger. So they decided to take it global, and that's why they got a hold of us at the ITF to help them take it global, and that's what we've been doing. We've had the delegation over here from overseas and from Washington, D.C., from London, from Sweden, have been here and put on a commission, a fact-finding inquiry to find out how bad of an employer IKEA has been to these workers, and the findings were damning. They brought that report back to Sweden. A delegation of the ITF, Uni Global, another global union federation, went to Sweden along with the Teamsters and brought that report to IKEA to Sweden and publicized that. This dispute in Richmond, BC is becoming known around the world, and we're awful proud of that. We're awful proud of the efforts that we've all put in. Particularly our union, the ILWU, has been at the forefront of this. The ILWU started to mobilize this support. ILWU Canada wrote to the ITF and said, mobilize dock workers around the world. And that's how we got that day of solidarity going. Today we've had actions in ports in Australia, Japan, Norway, Denmark, a number of others, in Belgium. By the way, I was speaking to the leaders of the dock workers in Belgium, and they asked me to bring their solidarity to you because they were out there doing the same thing as we were today, and that was supporting the IKEA workers. So with that, brothers and sisters, I think you should be proud of yourself. You should be proud of your union. And just in closing, we do have a couple more short speeches here. I'm going to introduce Grant Coleman, who's the Canadian representative of the Teamsters, and then we're going to have Joey Hartman, who is the president of the Vancouver District Labour Council, representing all of Vancouver's affiliates, various trade unions. Thanks very much, Grant.
Great. Thank you, brothers and sisters. I can't express the appreciation and the support that we've gotten here from the longshoremen. This whole global ramp up for this campaign against this multinational employer started really about 4 months ago, and I'd just like to thank ILWU President Mark Gordienko, his first Vice President Rob Ashton, and your own local 502 Principal Officer Lauren Pinnell. They've been instrumental in helping us at the port level and bringing this thing to the attention of IKEA. But I also would like to really thank Peter Lahay, because it was Peter Lahay at the end of the day that really put in the global side of this campaign. I was absolutely blown away seeing the actions taken and starting in Sydney, Australia this morning, and soon thereafter Tokyo, Japan, and then spreading over into Europe. So I just, from the bottom of my heart, I just want to thank Peter Lahay, and also the solidarity from the ILWU. And if there's any time the ILWU needs anything from the Teamsters, you got it, 100%. Thank you.
Thanks, brothers and sisters. It's great to see all of you. I know that I'm between you and your shifts, so I'm going to be really quick. But on behalf of the Vancouver District Labour Council, I just want to express our deep thanks for the solidarity that you have shown. The IKEA workers are not the only workers locked out right now. The North Shore Winter Club has been out for the same length of time. And what we're seeing is employers taking very aggressive actions against their workers, trying to force concessions down their throats. And your participation in this act of solidarity is a demonstration that we are not going to accept that. When we're being attacked by international companies, the only response is an international one, and nobody knows that better than dock workers and wharfies around the world. The ILWU, going back to Harry Bridges and long before, have really understood international solidarity, the power of workers standing together all around the world. We're not that different than the folks in Bangladesh who died in the factory by being collapsed. That's where these employers would take us if they had the opportunity to. And I just really appreciate everything that all of you have done to express your solidarity. And next time you see a picket line, make sure those people know that you're there with them. Thank you.
Okay, so if you guys don't mind, we'll all move outside into the parking lot in front of the flagpole here, gather around the flagpole. We got some banners we're going to pull out. We're going to take some pictures, post them to the ITF website as well as the Teamsters website. And thank you very much.
Alright, here we're outside local, and we are just getting together to take some pictures. So I just want to get some footage here.
I don't know how to do it. I don't even know whose phone it is.
Okay, here you go. So right here,